It's the quarterfinals of the U16-17 level of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy, and we've got what's going to be a fun one for you, as it is number 4 FC Dallas taking on number 8 Solar in a Dallas derby. I'm your host, Mark Serban. It's a pleasure to be with you for this one, as these Frontier Division rivals are going head-to-head with a place on championship weekend on the line. So the winner will move on to Irvine. The semifinals on the 8th and the championship on the 10th, just a bit north up the 405 from here. Because you got to win this game in order to go through, as the teams have played each other 3 times already this season. Back on September 15th, FC Dallas ran out 2-0 winners on goals from Sosa and Estrada. And then back at home, Solar were able to tie FC Dallas 1-1 on January 26th. Samkov getting the goal for Solar, but Colin Smith equalizing with 8 minutes to go for FC Dallas. And then in one of the final games of the regular season, these teams tied back on May 30th, 2-2, as Samkov had a goal, but Carrera answered back for FC Dallas, and then Nee would score to put Solar back in front, but Smith would answer once again with a goal in the 90th minute to steal a share of the spoils. So FC Dallas have the overall record in these 3 meetings, 1-0-2, but they have been very close games. FC Dallas finished 2nd in the Frontier Division with a record of 19-1-4, while just behind them were Solar with a 17-5-3 record, just 7 points behind their MLS rivals. So we are all set for the Dallas Derby. It's going to be a fun one. A place in the semifinals is on the line, and it's coming your way after the playing of our national anthem. So the 4th meeting between these two sides, but the stakes are a lot higher today. A place in the U16-17 Final Four is on the line for FC Dallas and Solar. So we take a good look at the referees for this afternoon's contest. Joe Salinas out of Cal South will be the man in the middle for this one. He will be assisted by Christian Lara, also from Cal South on the near side. Pavel Woodhead from Oregon will be the AR2 on the far, and the 4th official is Hannah Geithner out of Cal North. So the referees going over to check the nets, making sure that everything is ordered. Hannah Geithner coming to take up her position in between the benches. Solar come through as winners of Group C, a perfect 3-0 record, 8 goals for, and just 2 conceded, as they brushed aside the Seattle Sounders 3-0 on match day 1, Bethesda SC 2-0 on match day 2, and finished with a 3-2 victory over Montreal Impact on match day 3 to go a perfect 9 out of 9 points. FC Dallas, meanwhile, topped Group A, also with a perfect record, 12 goals for and 2 goals against, as they defeated Atlanta United 3-0, the San Diego Surf 5-1, and the Vancouver Whitecaps 4-1. So 12 goals in 3 games for this FC Dallas side, just 2 conceded by that man, Seth Wilson, who's making his 22nd start of the season for FC Dallas. As it is Solar in their black and blue, getting set to kick off, and they will be attacking from left to right across your screen. Backstopped by their goalkeeper, Chris Edwards, who is making his 4th consecutive start of these playoffs. And right away, they're looking to attack through Sparks. Left off for Jordan the second. And the long ball pumped in. Wilson is out of his goal, and he will take those all day long. As we said, FC Dallas Frontier Division champions with a record of 19-1-4, and finishing just 7 points behind them was Solar in 2nd place. And then coming up later today, we'll have the 3rd place finishing team in the Frontier Division in the quarterfinals taking on the De Anza Force. So the top 3 teams in the Frontier Division making their way through to the last 8 here at the U16-17 age group. And it's FC Dallas who are on the ball. This is Latayev, gets it over for Gomez. Throw in for FC Dallas, quickly taken by Gomez. Left back, who was converted from a forward, where he was 2nd in scoring last year for FC Dallas. But he's been tremendous in this left back position. That ball was looking for Smith on the far side. Ball's in the middle for Estrada. You can see that it's all very tight in and around the edge of the area, so FC Dallas will go back with it to try and pull Solar out and see if they can find some pockets of space to work through. They found one here with their maestro, Rodriguez. Gets the return ball. Wanted to have a go, Rodriguez. Instead thinks better of it. He gets it off to Maynes. Has Gomez in support. Heavy challenge, nothing doing, says the referee. And he sees that there was no advantage, so now he pulls it back for the free kick. The ball lofted in over the head of Smith. And Ramsey is quickest to it. Sweeps it clear, but it's intercepted by Estrada. 25th appearance of the season for the Carrollton, Texas native. Slipped inside. Sosa battling for it. That ball went beyond Latayev, and it will be a free kick for FC Dallas. Looking to make it to championship weekend for the 4th time in 5 years. Last year was the only time in the last 4 years that FC Dallas had failed to make it through not only to championship weekend, but to the final as well. For that, we're champions in 2015, 2016, and runners-up in 2017. Looking to get back on top of the Summit, FC Dallas. They have a tough opponent today, a team that has played them very close in this 1 versus 2 matchup of the Frontier Division rivals. One back by Escribano on the far side. And the Spaniard smacks it clear. Play to the top of the box. And Banao goes down. And it will be a free kick for Solar in a very dangerous position. But now dragged down. And O'Donnell and Ramsey are over the ball for Solar. Looking at Adrian Solka's side, produced from this free kick. 4 in Seth Wilson's wall for FC Dallas. And what a hit! World class from Sparks! Solar take the early lead, and how? Sparks with a showstopper. Nothing Wilson could do in the FC Dallas goal. And it's Solar who have the early lead. Bailey Sparks with his 10th goal of the season. That's the way to put yourself in double digits for the year. Left off for Smith, looking for the instant reply. His shot hammered over the crossbar. Well, this is a very resilient FC Dallas side. Came back from a goal down in the win against Vancouver, as well as the victory over Surf. So no strangers to playing from behind. They give up another early goal here. Also gave up the first goal in both ties against Solar. So they know something about playing from behind against this team. Solar missing one of their top players in Louis Samkow, who is out with an injury. But so far, they look to be in fine fettle as they have a 1-0 lead in the 7th minute. And as their target man, Sparks, curling home his 10th goal of the season. Over the top, looking for the run of Sosa. Sosa had a brace on match day 2 in the 5-1 victory against the San Diego Surf. Sparks slips, somehow was able to get up and get that ball, but he's crowded out. And intercepted in the midfield by Grant McCarty. Natayev. Out wide for Escribano. He's met by Jordan, who's whistled for the foul. Wind picking up in Oceanside as it begins to whip around after coming off the ocean just to our west. Well, all the sun that we signed up for coming to Southern California, and it hasn't really come out for us. It's been cloudy and cool for the first week and a half of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs and showcase. 667 games starting June 17th and going all the way through to the 29th on both the girls and boys side of the Development Academy. 7,384 athletes from 436 clubs here in Oceanside over these 2 weeks. As the first corner kick pumped in by Rodriguez. Left back, Estrada missed it, but the equalizer is swept home. Latayev steers it into the near post. Smartly back, Estrada missed it, but Latayev, he certainly didn't. And we are level inside the first 10 minutes. What a start we've had to this Dallas derby. First corner kick, first goal for FC Dallas. Smith brought down on the far side. The referee says it's going to be a throw-in rather than a free kick. 10 minutes in and we already have 2 goals. This is going to be a fun afternoon. Rodriguez, well stepped in. And the long ball over the top from Tompkins. Gomez. Gomez electing to keep possession. And the North Richland Hills native will get it back to Carrera, who finds his keeper. Inside for Estrada. Over the top. Beyond Maynez in the box. And Gomez unable to chase this down. Gomez has played 3 games in USL League One with FC Dallas's USL side, North Texas SC. David Rodriguez has started 6 games for them and has added 2 goals as well. The USL League One level. This is Rodriguez on the ball. Had 2 goals on match day 1 against Atlanta United, Rodriguez. Jordan coming into the back of Estrada, but he holds on strong, and now he comes back to find the ball. I love players that play a simple pass and then run into the next pocket of space and demand it right back. You're getting that from Estrada as well as from Maynez, or Latayev rather, in that double pivot. And the 2 holding midfielders for FC Dallas. Carrera stepping in, forcing Sparks back with it. Sparks plays it in the center, but it's over the head of Bonao, and Estrada will get it back. This is Shea. He's in the US U17 national team pool, Justin Shea. Latayev wants it in the middle. And instead, this is going to be played across from Escribano for Nico Carrera. In his 2nd season with FC Dallas, since joining from Pachuca's academy, Carrera leaves it off for his center back partner. Hoisted over the top, looking for the run of Maynez. Chests it down for Rodriguez. Has Sosa joining him. Rodriguez steps into it and pushed to safety by Edwards. Good hit from David Rodriguez, but the keeper was equal to the task. And it's the 2nd corner kick of the game for FC Dallas in the 13th minute. And it was that little run that opened up the space for Rodriguez. Oh, the defense was backing off. He was invited to shoot. He very nearly made the pay. Maynez stationed at the near post. It's over him, and a towering header from Sparks, who's getting the job done on both ends in the early going. Gomez shifts inside. Shea. Beautifully weighted ball to the far side. Sosa. Inside for Estrada. Rodriguez muscled off the ball. Look at the way they hunt in packs to win the ball back, FC Dallas. Rodriguez. This will be a throw-in for Skylar Sticker, who has 2 goals in these playoffs. Back is Tompkinson. It'll be a throw-in for Gomez. Gomez was called into the US U17 camp in December. As Carrera steps in front of Sparks. Latayev gets it into the center. Challenges are coming in thick and heavy, but Sosa's got some space, and he rolls it out wide. Ball sent across the box, and Rodriguez can't latch onto it. Defense to attack in the blink of an eye from FC Dallas. Rodriguez just unable to apply the finishing touches. What a ball from Sosa. Rolled perfectly into the path of the run. The ball whipped in toward the far post. Just a bit too much pace on it as it went beyond the outstretched boot of Sosa. Great run from the outside back, Cristian Escribano. Rodriguez applying the high pressure. He plays as that number 10, Rodriguez, but when he wants to go up in the forward line, Sosa will often drop back and hold his position. Sometimes if they're feeling really frisky, Sosa will just stay up there, and they will have an extra forward in the attack. Sosa shapes up to cross, plays it in low. It's intercepted by Ramsey. Estrada. Escribano measures up another cross. Just beyond the boot of Estrada. Gomez is trying to leave it back for Estrada. It's swept clear only as far as Latayev. He swings it toward the back post. Played back into the danger area. Smith is there. Couldn't get any purchase on the shot. Carrera will get it back from Estrada. Now Carrera venturing forward. It was a hard challenge from Jordan. The advantage played. Smith unable to get past Sticker on the far side. And Smith will leave this throwing off for Gomez. The outside backs, such an important part of this FC Dallas attack as is standard in the modern game. Sticker charge, this is down. Gomez. Sosa battling. Jordan able to get it off his foot. Sparks trying to turn. And too tactile for the referee's liking as he wrestles down Latayev. It's good refereeing by Joe Salinas, who's right on top of the play. Shea who's going to take this. Carrera has made his way up to the top of the box. So all the heavy artillery forward for FC Dallas for this free kick in the 18th minute. Shea clips it up. Climbing the ladder to get that header was a Solar defender. It was Ramsey. Still work to be done though. Escribano. And well stationed to make the interception was McCarty. Shea. Watchful eye kept on him by Sparks as he rolls it out wide for Escribano. Carrera has made his way back. So now Shea opens up on the other side, and he has Carrera as an option on the near. Rolls this off to his center back partner. Whipped in. Top of box, looking for Rodriguez. Escribano arrives on the scene. He sends in an early cross. Played right back out to him. Escribano steps inside of him. Sosa gets it out wide. Escribano's continuous run in the channel. It's going to drop over him, and Tompkinson heads it away before Rodriguez could get on the end of it. But it will be the third corner kick of the game for FC Dallas. Estrada's alone at the back post. Second header from Estrada. Top of the box for Shea. Well, that's why center backs creep up. It's always good to have a player stationed just at the top of the half circle. For reasons like that, Shea just couldn't get his effort on target. I don't think people realize how hard of a technique it is to hit the ball on the volley like that. You have to get your knee over the ball, have to get it absolutely right. especially when it takes awkward bounces off the ground. I was going to say the turf, but this is beautiful grass here at the SoCal Sports Complex. And to fight the fact that at least 2 games are being played on this stadium field a day, it's in immaculate condition. As Gomez perhaps should have swung that back across goal. And it'll be a goal kick for Edwards and Solar. Solar's girls U19s went to the final last year, eventually losing in the championship game. I believe it's tomorrow we're going to have the 2 girls U18-19 semifinals for you here on US Soccer and USSoccerDA.com's page. As another meaty challenge comes in from McCarty, and it will be a free kick from about 30 yards out for FC Dallas. Well, they're all lining up towards the back corner of the box, getting ready to crash. Well, the question is, from an FC Dallas perspective, is this close enough to have a shot on goal? Well, it's Rodriguez who's predictably over it. It's a 3-man wall for Chris Edwards in the Solar goal. And it is sent in toward the back post where it's headed away by McCarty. Sent back in, bypasses everyone. Rodriguez will track it down in the corner. Carrera. Rodriguez came back from an offside position. I think that's why Carrera kind of mishit his pass, because he was thinking, should I play this? Will he be offside? And in the end, he was. So it'll be a free kick for Jonathan Tompkinson, making his 24th start this season. The Plano, Texas native who's on the ball. Played multiple games last year with the 18-19s, Tompkinson. And he has to get back to his goal here. Smith. Have to go back with it, but he has Gomez in support. Gomez. Able to get away from the double team. Latayev. He lifts it in, but that'll be easy for Edwards. The Benbrook, Texas native is part of a Solar defense that gave up just 26 goals over 28 games coming into this one with 13 clean sheets. It's the Solar side. Their 24 goals against the regular season was tied with Bethesda SC for the 7th best defense. McCarty. Slipped inside for Sparks. He'll scoop it up and over. And just unable to get his foot onto it was Jordan. Rolled out by Waterman. Substitute goalkeeper after Seth Wilson was sent off in the 30th minute. Escribano flying forward. Tried to find Rodriguez. Sosa, who took that heavy challenge in midfield, is on the loose ball. Over to the near side for Estrada. Excellent effort to bring that under control. Gomez slips it in for Estrada. Continues his run into the channel. But Sticker is able to get a foot in to disrupt that. It will be a throw, though, for FC Dallas. Top of the box for Smith. He'll come back into midfield with it. Latayev. Over for Escribano. That was a rough ball to him from Latayev. And now Escribano has to defend on the far side. Went off of O'Donnell last, so it'll be a throw for Escribano. And O'Donnell threw that one over the advertising boards. Well, he's lucky that Joe Salinas just gave him a little talking to. I've seen yellow cards given for much less. After 45 minutes, this Dallas Derby has already had everything in it. Goals, heavy challenges, red cards, yellow cards, you name it, we've had it. It's been a fun 45 minutes. We're going to catch our breath, and we'll be back with you for the final 45 minutes and possibly more here on US Soccer's YouTube channel. At the break, it is FC Dallas 1, Solar 1.
I'm Patrick Schulte. I play for St. Louis FC Academy. I'm a goalkeeper, and I'm here for the DA playoffs. I had my first debut with St. Louis FC in the Open Cup a few weeks ago. We tied 1-1, went to penalties, and we won a penalty shootouts. It was real cool because I was the hero in the situation. The coaching staff, really prepared me well. Just growing up through the DA, they just taught me everything I know. I hate losing, so my mindset is don't let anything in. If I don't let anything in, I have faith in my teammates that they'll score a goal. Hopefully, each and every day we put our best effort out and we advance out of our group. This game was real good. Started off with 2 goals and then got another one. They got one back, but we kept fighting and got another one, and we got to the win today.
Hi, I'm Rafael Wicki. I'm the U17 men's national team coach. There is more than one goal. Obviously, I'm here to watch games. I see a lot of the players from our pool who were at the qualifying, but also obviously to see some new players, younger players. There's all the age groups here, so that's very interesting for me. There's a lot of players, a lot of games, but it's very, very interesting to see them play in their teams and as well to meet some of the players we already know and talk to them.
I try to be a leader and a role model with my other 2 teammates, Mauricio and Kobe. Just, setting the example on and off the field and talking to them, motivating them, and just being the example.
There's a lot of tough teams out here, just like international teams. Physically, everyone has to always keep a strong mentality also, and we just need to get on it and just win our games and do everything possible to win.
On and off the field, you always have to be a leader, encouraging these guys to do better each game and to stay focused.
Yeah, it's not often that they're all in one place, so that's obviously very good to do. Even we don't have all the players from a 17 national team here. That's a different kind of pressure, but it's just good to see so many players, a lot of games, the distances are short, I can see how they play in their clubs, I can see new players, that's the benefit, that's the goal. It's an important showcase, it's an important tournament for the teams, for the players. It's about winning, it's about qualifying for the finals.
All right, guys, we're here with the first ever qualifier for the U15 final. That's LAFC. Congratulations.
Our team's performance, it's been pretty good. The whole team has been on their level, on their game. From the season to the playoffs, bringing the goals has been one of our specialties. We just hold the ball, touch it around, find our way towards the goal, and boom, it's a goal.
Before we come, we always have a game plan of what we're going to do, and we usually execute it very well. Everybody has their own thing about what they do when they attack. Our forwards are really special, right to left to middle.
It's absolutely great to be representing our team in the finals. It's our first U15 team, the oldest team. We've worked our way to get here, just through thick and thin.
There's a sense of leadership you have to have, being the oldest group. You know, we have to go out with the same mindset as every other game. Just go out and win.
1-1 after a crazy first half. It all started with Banal being taken down, and then Sparks would step up and curl this free kick home. World class from Bailey Sparks. That coming inside the first 7 minutes of play. 6th minute, Bailey Sparks. Absolutely nothing Seth Wilson in the FC Dallas goal could do. But then just 3 minutes later, Estrada would miss this, but Latayev wouldn't as he swept it home for the equalizer. And it was 1-1 inside the first 10 minutes. And then things would get very interesting. Sparks, so smart to take the free kick quickly. And off to the races was Nee, and he was dragged down by Wilson, who was shown a red card. That in the 30th minute. So since the half-hour mark, FC Dallas have been playing this quarterfinal down to 10 men. And it is 1-1 as we start the second half. And McCarty pops it out wide. This is McCarty. It's really unfortunate, not only for Wilson, who was shown that red card, really nothing he could do, but also for Diego Maynez, who was sacrificed on the back line as Jack Waterman, the backup goalkeeper, had to be sent in. So Maynez on the front line, I should have said, who had the game-winning goal on match day 2 against the San Diego Surf, had to come off as somebody needed to be replaced so that FC Dallas could get their backup keeper, Jack Waterman, on. That's why backup goalkeepers always have to be ready. Never know when you're going to be called into action. And so far, Waterman hasn't really been tested as of yet. Ramsey. Little touch off from Nee. John Paul Jordan II gets it out wide to Sparks. Escribano not allowing O'Donnell to turn. As he gets it back for Shea. Sends it forward. Headed the other way by Ramsey. That one hitting off the hands of McCarty. Bounced up on him. He didn't know much about it, so referee lets play go on, much to the chagrin of the FC Dallas bench. And Solar have the ball on the far side. Sent over to the near. Cross pumped in. And it goes in! John Paul Jordan II makes it 2-1 Solar in the 48th minute. Dicker got that ball to John Paul Jordan, who sent it out wide, made his way into the box. The cross came in, and the header perfectly directed header from John Paul Jordan II into the far corner. Snapped his neck around. You can't ask for a better directed header than that. And John Paul Jordan has his first goal of the playoffs, just his second of the season. What a time to get it. Now FC Dallas looking for the instant response. Going for the curler is Escribano, and he wasn't far off. Well, Escribano so dangerous whenever he gets forward. Rodriguez tried to smuggle it through for Sosa. Escribano with the challenge. Gets the ball at the second time of asking. Lifted over for Sosa. And it's John Paul Jordan II back doing the defending. Jordan gets it clear, but it will be a throw in for FC Dallas. Down a goal and down a man in the 50th minute. FC Dallas looking for the equalizer. knee. He's got O'Donnell streaming down this near side. He threads it through for him. O'Donnell in a foot race with Shea. O'Donnell with a crack! So good in transition, this Solar side. That one from O'Donnell flashing just over the crossbar. First touch took him a bit out wide. Credit Waterman for coming out and cutting down the angle. And this is the backup keeper. Shea. A high press coming in from Sparks. Now it's O'Donnell who's looking to squeeze. And Bonao watching the keeper as he plays it out to Latayev. Excuse me. Sosa.
Correct, yes.
Joshua Ramsey intercepts. O'Donnell takes off again. Ramsey plays it to his feet. Was inside looking for Sparks. Ramsey was unable to bulldoze his way through. And now it's a foot race between Carrera, who uses his body well to shield off knee. Sent down the line, looking for the run of David Rodriguez. He's going 2-on-4. And he used his hands to try and get around the defender on the far side. So it'll be a throw-in for Sticker. No foul, says the referee, as Sparks goes to ground. 52nd minute of this U16-17 U.S. Soccer Development Academy quarterfinal. It's a Dallas derby, and it's Solar who have their noses in front. Jordan, scorer of the second goal, intercepts. Oh, it's a lovely spin from Bonao. Into the channel for O'Donnell to chase. Gets there before Escribano. Plays it to the back post. And it still might be on Bonao off the coast. So close to making it 3-1. Lifted back in and away by Escribano. Smith. Over the top looking for Rodriguez. Cleared away assuredly by Tompkinson. Jordan. And it will be a free kick for FC Dallas. As Jordan too tactile for the referee's liking. The cross came in. Look at this. For an effort first from Sparks, and then it fell kindly, but the effort from Bonao off the post. As Carrera got a foot in. That was almost beautifully done from Bonao. But instead it's a free kick the other way for David Rodriguez in the 54th minute. FC Dallas need a set piece of their own to get back on level terms. So they are playing with only 10 men after the 30th minute sending off of Seth Wilson. Six players queued up across the top of the box for FC Dallas, and it comes all the way through. Last-ditch defending from Solar, and they're able to get it clear. But it was Carrera who snuck behind the back line and just couldn't find the handle. Escribano's throw-in. Smith. Able to get away from Jordan. Slides it through. Rodriguez gets on the loose ball. Rodriguez. It was a dipping effort, but nothing to test Edwards in the Solar goal. And it will be a goal kick for Chris Edwards. Sparks didn't know much about that. It has hit off him. Rodriguez. Sosa. Smith making the run in. He shielded off the ball as it's cleared away by Beering. Shea in a bit of trouble. Gets out of it and gets the free kick as he's brought down by O'Donnell. Shea rolls it into the feet of Estrada, plays it behind Carrera, who has to come back to gather. Steps beyond Sparks. And Jordan is having himself a game. But now, out wide for Sparks. Has Jordan in the middle. Carrera steps in. Jordan pops it over the top. But O'Donnell was coming back from an offside position, so he lets it roll through for Waterman, who leaves it off for Shea. FC Dallas want to play it forward quicker. Latayev. It's being watched by Benal, leaves it off for Carrera. Carrera over the top for Rodriguez. Inside for Sosa. He'll slide it through. Rodriguez continued his run. Well, he stepped on the ball as he went down, and that's going to be a free kick for the challenge from Gomez. As you can see here, and it may look like a penalty, but you see he steps on the ball right there and slides over it. Perhaps they'd get some contact. The referee was well positioned to spot that, as well as the foul there.
Second.
O'Donnell, policed by Escribano. Knee goes down, and the referee not interested. And this out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for Beering. Latayev for 10 men FC Dallas. McCarty steps in. Now Escribano makes his way into midfield. Zipped into the feet of Estrada from Carrera. Gomez unable to escape the attention and knee. Forward for Sparks. And Shea doing the defending on the far side for FC Dallas. Inside for Jordan. Bit of a heavy first touch. Ramsey brings it down. Jordan gets it back from McCarty. He rolls it out wide for Sparks. Sparks fizzes it across. And hooked clear by Estrada. Rodriguez. Sosa overtakes. And he's pushed down by Ramsey. So it'll be a free kick as we're nearing the hour mark in Oceanside. Solar with a 2-1 lead over FC Dallas in this U16-17 quarterfinal. And FC Dallas playing with 10 men after the red card to their goalkeeper, Seth Wilson, in the 30th minute. Jack Waterman on in his place. As Wilson came out of his box to try and get to the ball, but knee beat him to it, and he brought him down to deny the goal-scoring opportunity. Referee Joe Salinas had no other option but to go to his pocket. This is going to be a offsides. Jordan's there again. Plays it right into the path of Gomez, though. Pops it over the far post for Smith. Smith faces the double team in the corner. Can't get out of it, but he does win a corner kick for FC Dallas. It's from this position that they fashioned their lone goal in the first half. And it's their 5th opportunity of the game. Escribano's cross. And it's easy pickings for Edwards at the back post. Looking for the early outlet ball, but lofts it right to Gomez. Knee gets a foot in. Illegally, says the referee. So it'll be a free kick. Another chance for the heavy artillery to get up from the back for FC Dallas. Shea is up there. Carrera is up there. Estrada's made his way into the box. Free kick launched in. Needs to be headed back across goal, but instead it will go out for a goal kick. Well, remember the last 2 times these teams played, it was the same scoreline until the 90th minute when Smith scored to make it 2-2 on the final day of the regular season. Smith had the equalizer in each of the last 2 games, and both of them coming in the final 10 minutes. Difference was in those games that they were playing 11v11. Top of that, not only is it a quarterfinal, but FC Dallas down a man. Rodriguez spins. What a turn from Rodriguez. Arrows his way into the box, where he is met by Sticker, who gets it clear. Flipped over the near side for Escribano to join the attack. Shea beaten to the ball. And well shielded off by Escribano. He pumps it back in the danger area. It skips all the way through. Jordan gets a foot on it. Wins the second challenge as well. Another player goes down. And the shot hammered over. Well, they wanted a penalty for this challenge right here as the ball comes up. Latayev going up for it, and Jordan flying into him. Then Sosa was also brought to ground by McCarty. And then the effort was always on an upward trajectory. '65th minute, and a goal kick for Edwards. Smith, Sosa helps it on, and Tompkinson gets it out wide. Long ball from Sticker, looking for the run of O'Donnell. O'Donnell will have the throw-in. Sparks. Knee crowded out. Sticker. Knee. Knee! And this one trickles all the way through and will roll out for a goal kick. Estrada. Gomez. Gomez continues his run in the channel. How to recover the ball, Gomez. Crosses block. Second opportunity from Gomez. And it's Jordan who scrambles it clear. Getting the job done at both ends. John Paul Jordan the second. And now off to the races, the center back Tompkinson. Can he pick his head up and find O'Donnell on the near side? He can. Ball lofted over. O'Donnell being taken a bit outside. Escribano squares up to him. Flighted ball to the back post. And Latayev gets a foot in. Now the game getting stretched. Gomez in for Sosa. He's met by McCarty. And Sosa couldn't get it out wide. Well, there's space out wide, and now they find Carrera. And Carrera taken down as Jordan flew in. And now Jordan's going to get a talking to. Will there be any further castigation for him? Yes. It's going to be a yellow card for Jordan in the 67th minute. It's been busy this afternoon, referee Joe Salinas. It's the third card he's administered. And Solar preparing their first substitution of the afternoon. Over the top from Carrera, flag is up on Smith. Reminder that coming up after this one, the De Anza Force, the only team left unbeaten in the Development Academy at the U16-17 level, will take on Real Colorado, the third of 8 teams in the quarterfinals from the Frontier Division. So that will be an exciting matchup to watch as well. But still plenty of time, 22 minutes plus stoppage time left in the Dallas Derby. As coming off is Banal. Bryce Banal won the free kick from which Sparks scored. As he's replaced by Richard Garcia, who comes on for his 23rd appearance of the season. What a crunching challenge, and Escribano's down grabbing his knee. Good news is that he gets up, Escribano, and continues to play. Garcia, reverse ball for O'Donnell. He fizzes it across. Off the thigh of Carrera, and Escribano is back to defend, and that's going to be a high boot against Sparks. Remember, if we are tied after 90 minutes, there will be extra time. 2 15-minute periods, and if still needed, a shootout. We had a shootout in the U18-19 quarterfinals as Sockers FC outlasted the Seattle Sounders. Went to 6 rounds, the shootout. The Sockers FC eventually winning 5-4 after a 1-1 draw. Jordan Was unable to keep it in. It will be a throw-in for Escribano. Smith slow to get up. He's been the hero the last 2 times these teams have played. Colin Smith. Brought down by Shea. This is Smith. Thought about the early ball in the box. Instead eludes the challenge of Smarks and drives it across for Carrera. Played into the pocket of space for Rodriguez, who slips it in for Gomez. Gomez to the byline, still going Gomez, pulls it back, Rodriguez! Blocked along the line by Jordan. Rodriguez again! That shot also charged down, and Smith not even allowed to pull the trigger. Driven forward for Sparks. Pushed over by Carrera. The last-ditch defending, but tremendous defending, as Jordan wouldn't even allow that shot through to his keeper. Then he was bumped off the ball, and 2 players sliding in, but it was McCarty who got the second block on the attempt from Rodriguez. McCarty steps in. O'Donnell, McCarty overlaps him. And Smith getting back to win the ball for FC Dallas. Rodriguez picks it up in the corner. Nobody to find in the box. He's bodied off the ball. And that will be a foul against Sosa. And now yellow card is going to be shown. Well, there were 3 FC Dallas players right there, so I'm not sure who it was directed to. So it was Sosa with the push. It was Tompkinson who went down. And we'll just wait for confirmation as to who that yellow card was administered to. I think it might have been Rodriguez for dissent. He's been frustrated with the referee this afternoon, but that is just an assumption. And you guys know from listening to me that I'm wrong a lot. So we will wait for the official word from the 4th official. Played over the top for Escribano. Back for Smith. Escribano looking for a little bit of daylight to get a cross off. Top of the box for Estrada. He pokes it inside. Return ball from Sosa. He goes down, and the referee calls the free kick at the top of the box.
Come on, Chris.
Take a look at this foul. It's a good little 1-2. And just that boot out, stamping on Estrada at the top of the box. The referee waited till after that shot was blocked from Gomez. Good advantage played by Joe Salinas. Rodriguez thrives in these kind of situations, but instead it's taken quickly into the net. The referee says he was giving 10, but the truth is FC Dallas never asked for it. Oh, it was a great idea, though. As it was Sosa who put it in. Take a look again. Referee is setting up the wall. He didn't blow the whistle. You can see him saying, hold it, and he does shoot the ball. So now the whistle goes. This time it is Rodriguez. It's glorious! In a championship full of eye-catching free kicks, we have another. This coming off the boot of David Rodriguez, and we are level in the 76th minute. Hashtag world class. When they needed it most, David Rodriguez steps up for 10-man FC Dallas, and it's game on again in Oceanside. And the substitution is coming in for Solar is Ashwin Menon, making his 4th appearance in these playoffs off the bench. And Menon goes to work right away down the far side. 10-man FC Dallas have drawn level in the 76th minute. And when things aren't really going your way, set pieces are a great way to turn the tide back in your favor. And just like the regular season, nothing to separate these two teams as O'Donnell brings it down into the corner. Skips past Escribano, is able to recover. O'Donnell needs support. Sparks is coming over to provide it. O'Donnell will pick him out. The FC Dallas Girls Academy players in full voice. Their U15s last year continuing on the tradition of excellence in the first season of the Girls Development Academy as they won the national championship. As this one over the top for Nee. Carrera matches him step for step and shields the ball for Jack Waterman. So 2-2 in the match, but 1-1 in free kick goals. O'Donnell helps it forward. And Shea comes across to cut it out, and the referee pulls it back for a free kick. And now it's the Solar girls, whose U19s went to the finals last year, who are in full voice over on the far side. And the referee at first pointed towards Solar, now gives the free kick to FC Dallas. So it's Shea who's over the ball. Oh, it falls for Sosa! Edwards does enough. Take a look here, mistouch from Ramsey. But Edwards to his rescue. It is a corner kick, though, for FC Dallas. It's played in, allowed to bounce in the box. And Nee touches it on. And the counterattack is a real possibility for Solar. They're attacking only with 2. And that ball too far for Sparks from O'Donnell. Waterman shielding off Sparks as it rolls over the end line for a goal kick. Will we have a winner inside the final 10.5 minutes, or is extra time beckoning in Oceanside? There's been nothing to separate these two teams the last time they played. A 1-1 draw followed by a 2-2 draw. And this game also 10 minutes away from ending 2-2. But the difference is, it being a quarterfinal, we will have extra time. Rodriguez over the top looking for Smith. In the last 2 games, Smith has scored goals inside the final 10 minutes against Solar. Can he repeat the trick once again? It is a throw-in down the line. And it is cleared away by Ramsey, who's unable to keep it in. So it'll be a throw-in for Escribano. Rodriguez. Over the top, over the head of Sosa. And that's going to be a foul against Escribano, and it will be a yellow card as well, as it's knee who's down. And good sportsmanship from Escribano, making sure he's okay and helping him up. And he'll take the yellow card and get back into his defensive position. Five cards given out today by the referee, as you would expect in a battle between inter-city rivals. 2 yellow cards apiece to FC Dallas and Solar, but the big news was the 30th minute sending off of goalkeeper Seth Wilson, and now his backup, and no foul, says the referee. Oh, let's take a look at this replay. There was a foul behind the ball there. And then Knee, well, he was brought down, although I don't think Knee did get a touch before he was brought down. You could see Waterman right away pleading his innocence. Let's take a look from this angle. Well, it's hard to tell whether or not there was a touch, but the entire Solar bench is up in arms. Another contentious decision. And the long ball looking for Rodriguez. Off his line to clear is Edwards, but Sosa to the loose ball. Sosa gets around Tompkinson and is taken down right at the top of the box by Ramsey. And it'll be a yellow card for Ramsey.
Hey, you guys are absolutely out of here. Absolutely out of here.
It is getting really testy in Oceanside, as Sosa able to get through and Ramsey clatters into him. And now Scola is up yelling, or Soka rather, is up yelling at the FC Dallas bench. Well, Rodriguez just scored a goal from a very similar position. Both him and Sosa are over it. It's Rodriguez again! It is a tremendous save from Chris Edwards. Another nearly inch-perfect free kick. Looked destined for that upper near corner, but Edwards had other ideas, and it remains 2-2 as we head into the final 5 minutes. Seventh corner kick of the game for FC Dallas. This game has had everything, and now we are in for a grandstand finish. As it comes across, Carrera's there, skying to head it away as the substitute Menon. Allowed to bounce in the box, turn back, and will score it all the way into the arms of Chris Edwards. Hero at the moment with that save to keep the score at 2-2 in the 85th minute, and he will roll it short. Knee. Sosa battling. Solar coming away with it. 10-men FC Dallas have the ball in midfield. They've had to play the last hour of this game with 10 men after goalkeeper Seth Wilson was sent off in the 30th minute. O'Donnell looking to run. FC Dallas getting numbers behind the ball. Slid inside, played to the far post, and quickly off his line is Jack Waterman. It was a good ball played in by Garcia. Just nobody willing to get across the face of the keeper. Driven forward. Brought down and punched over the top. Garcia looking for Sparks. Gomez doing the defending on the far side. Gomez. Ooh, and he came flying in, but it's just going to be a throw-in, as it was Menon who made the tackle and won the ball. And now Gomez is down, having extended to try and get on the end of that loose ball. Into the final 3 minutes of regulation. Extra time is certainly in the cards in this quarterfinal between the two Dallas sides. Be a throw-in for Hayden Bering, who has started every game of these playoffs. This ball leaves the confines of the stadium, and the fourth official has another one ready. I always think the job of fourth official has to be one of the most thankless tasks there is. You're not the one making the calls, yet you're the one who gets the earful from the coaches. Beering, pass just a bit too far for McCarty. It goes out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Solar. 89th minute. His knee helps it on. Back into the middle for McCarty. Far side for Tompkinson. He'll roll it into the feet of Sparks. He's met by Carrera. Sparks was almost able to chisel his way down the flank, and he wins a throw-in. Quickly taken into the channel. Garcia helps it on. Jordan is in there, hits off of him, and now Knee to chase down the loose ball. Collins turns on the afterburners, but it's Knee who comes away with it. Knee's cross hits off Escribano, and Waterman does a good job to keep that from going out for a corner kick. As we're into the final minute of the 90. Extra time on the horizon. You could say that is now 270 minutes where there's been nothing to separate these two sides. For the third straight game between these clubs, we are on the verge of the game ending in a draw. The only difference here is there must be a winner, as one of these teams looks to make their way to Irvine for championship weekend in July. Well, if you're Solar FC Dallas, your heart is probably in your throat. If you're a neutral, you are loving this. Waiting for the stoppage time board to go up. And there will be 3 minutes of stoppage time. 3 minutes for one of these sides to find a winner, or else we will have 30 more minutes. FC Dallas had been trailing and down to 10 men for most of this game, but a 75th minute free kick from Rodriguez, a real eye catcher, has drawn us level. And now Sosa pushing on for a stoppage time winner, unable to find the feet of Smith. And he's brought down by Jordan. No foul, says the ref. Carrera steps in, glides by a challenge, gets it out wide. There's 2 to find in the box. Rodriguez works his way inside the 18. Rodriguez plays it across, and sure hands from Edwards. A minute of the minimum 3 has elapsed in stoppage time. It's helped on by Sparks for Knee. Knee working on Shea. Shea drags him down, and the referee calls for a free kick. And will there be further punishment for Shea? Quickly taken and in! And he's gonna wave it off, because he was gonna give a yellow card to Shea. What a gorgeous free kick that was by Sparks, even though it's in vain. And so smart, you could see the gears turning in his head. Saw that no one was settled. That's the second free kick where Sparks has caught FC Dallas snapping today. This time, however, the whistle had not gone for him to take the free kick. Oh, what drama we've had in Oceanside today. So now, instead of Sparks, it's going to be Ramsey who's over it. Instead of a shot, I'm guessing 80% chance that this is going to be teased into the mix. Ramsey to the back post, headed back down by Sparks, but cleared away by Escribano. Jordan steps in. Latayev intercepted by Menon. Menon continues his run. Sparks plays it to the top of the box. Garcia. He'll play it back out wide. Menon to hoist in the cross, and it will be a corner kick for Solar. We've played the minimum 3 minutes of stoppage time. So now into added time of added time. And would you believe it, this is the first corner kick of the day for Solar. Can they find the goal with what would be virtually the last touch of the game? It's to the back post. And that will do it. We will have extra time. As for the third straight game between FC Dallas and Solar, it ends in a draw. This one 2-2. So 30 more minutes and possibly penalties to decide this quarterfinal. Oh, what a game this has been. I'm fine with there being another 30 minutes. This has been a fun game. It's had a little bit of everything. We are going to catch our breath, though, but we'll be back with you for extra time. All set for extra time between FC Dallas and Solar, as we must have a winner here to see who moves on to championship weekend in Irvine next month. It's FC Dallas who get us back underway. I think the soccer gods were thinking this is just such a good game, we need to play 30 more minutes. As it is brought down by Estrada. Dispossessed by Sparks. And Estrada wins it back. Rodriguez was dispossessed by Tompkinson. And FC Dallas win the free kick as Gomez was impeded by knee. Cam scored his first goal of the season against the San Diego Surf on match day 2. Can he be the hero here off the bench? FC Dallas playing with 10 men as they have been since the 30th minute when goalkeeper Seth Wilson was sent off. And this time it's going to be a free kick for Solar. Two 15-minute halves. We will play all the way through, even if a goal is scored. And if still tied at the end of the 30 minutes, we will have a penalty shootout. Had one yesterday in the U18-19 quarterfinals. Will we have one today at the U16-17 level, as it is a corner kick for Solar. First of extra time for either side.
Hey, come on, Josh. Come on, Josh. This is your time, buddy.
Solar didn't get their first corner kick till stoppage time, and now get one a minute in as it comes all the way through to the back post. And there was a foul in the box. So it'll be a free kick for FC Dallas inside their 6. The Dallas Derby doesn't disappoint would be my headline for this one. 2-2 in extra time, and it's had a little bit of everything. Rodriguez gets inside of Tompkinson. Rodriguez barreling it on goal, plays it across. Oh, they wanted a handball. They're not going to get it because as Ramsey made the intervention, he didn't know anything about the ball following back in on him. I think that's a good call from the referee, Joe Salinas. As you can see right here, yeah, he had absolutely no idea where the ball was when it hit his hand, Ramsey. As it shielded out of bounds by Carrera. I love that in a good physical battle. Carrera not getting upset that Sparks was being physical with him. Just a little pat on the back saying, good job. So Rodriguez steps inside, but it's swept off of his foot by Jordan, scorer of the second goal for Solar. That goal coming all the way back just after halftime. As it was Colin Smith who came off in place of Philip Cam. Getting back is Escribano to make the challenge. And then O'Donnell whistled for the foul on the far side. Two players on yellows for FCD, 3 for Solar. They have to be careful. Wow, look at a Cam get up to win that header. And it was smartly back for Sosa. Helps it up the line for Estrada. And it will be a throw-in for FC Dallas. Played in and cleared away by Menon. in a battle with Latayev. And Escribano anticipated the pass out wide. 96th minute. The Solar Girls Academy in full voice. It was a development academy that started back in 2007, 2008 with just 2,500 boys, and now into the 13th season for the boys, and the second season for the girls has over 20,000 players, as this will be a yellow card for throwing the ball away from Ashwin Menon. Run out of room on my stat sheet. That's the 7th card issued by the referee in this game, as this one comes all the way through for Edwards. Latayev, Sparks steps in front of him. This one played behind Menon, and he's unable to rescue the situation. Gomez intercepted by John Paul Jordan II and cleared away by Gomez. Estrada, Sosa looking to thread it through for Cam. Into a foot race with Ramsey, who has the angle. Good defending from the center back, Joshua Ramsey. That's a chance for FC Dallas to get bodies forward. Cam. Oh, he tried to roll it back. Instead gives the ball away. Jordan flying forward. Sparks unable to turn, and Carrera will slide it through. Back for Escribano. Inside for Estrada. Skips by one challenge and rolls it out wide. Sosa measures up across. Rodriguez gets his head to it, and underneath it to make the catch is Chris Edwards. Into the 9th minute at extra time. And it's FC Dallas who are bossing possession in this extra time. Still haven't created any chances of note inside the first 10 minutes of overtime. Gomez trying to change that. Down the line for Rodriguez. In for Gomez. His cross deflection takes the sting out of it as it loops into the arms of Edwards. Lovely distribution from the keeper. And now it's Nee who's running at Escribano. Skips by Latayev. In for Sparks, who lets it run for O'Donnell, who held up his run. And that allows Carrera to come over and shield him off the ball and shepherd it out for a throw-in. Well, I don't think O'Donnell expected Sparks to hold that one off, and it's going to be a throw-in for Gomez as we're into the 10th minute of extra time. Lifted out by Carrera. This is O'Donnell. Riley O'Donnell wins another throw-in for Solar. Good hold-up play from the Allen, Texas native. Sparks. Zips it to the back post. That one chested in for Jordan. He leaves it off. What a save from Waterman, but the rebound is punched in by Sparks. In the 100th minute, Solar retake the lead. Well, it's a tremendous reaction save from Waterman on the shot from Garcia, but it was Sparks who reacted quickest. And Solar have stuck their foot inside the semifinal door once again, as they have the 3-2 lead over FC Dallas. Bailey Sparks at the double. It is his 11th goal of the season. And that is a poacher's finish. FC Dallas have been resilient all season. They've come back twice in this game. Can they come back once again? Carrera steps into the attack. Rodriguez. Well, he did have the far side of the goal open, Rodriguez. This is the right idea to go for that shot. Don't think he caught it the way he wanted to. As we have played over 100 minutes, and Solar have just retaken the lead through their talisman, Bailey Sparks. Sparks is chasing. Wins it off of Escribano. Leaves it off, crosses in, and that's an important header away from Carrera because O'Donnell was lurking at the back post. And this will be a free kick for FC Dallas. Garcia, the guilty party. Just about a minute and 40 seconds before the referee will blow his whistle and the teams will switch sides. Can Solar hang on? Garcia whistled again. Six players making their way to the top of the box for FC Dallas as the ball is floated in. And the header backwards, and Edwards comes out to take. Great distribution over the top, looking for the run of O'Donnell, but Shea gets there in time. And now there's an FC Dallas player down in the box. I believe it's the center back Carrera. So we will have added time at the end of this first half of extra time. And even in the heat of a very contentious battle, you can see the sportsmanship as Joshua Ramsey came over to check on Correa and is now helping to stretch him out. Some Solar players getting stretched out as well. These players pushing themselves to the limit, have given everything today. They're going to need to do it for another 15 plus minutes, as we are now into added time of the first extra time period. Garcia, Sparks to the back post. Escribano's header away. Carrera's all right as he clears. McCarty. Good work from McCarty to get away from pressure, but the pass is intercepted. Rodriguez. Tompkinson doing the defending. Sparks with the little touch out wide for Knee. And this will be a throw in for Solar. Well, FC Dallas got the better of Solar in the regular season, winning the Frontier Division by just 7 points over their city rivals. But it is Solar who are 15 minutes away from getting their revenge and advancing through to the semifinals of the U16-17 U.S. Soccer Development Academy Championships. As we are into first half stoppage time of the extra time period. Is played in. Carrera with the first touch, Akam with the second header. Garcia pops it back in. Waterman comes out. And he wanted to play it out quickly, but instead the referee will blow the whistle for the midway point of extra time. So the sides are going to take a quick break. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with you for the final 15 minutes from Oceanside. After the first period of extra time, it is FC Dallas 2, Solar 3. Both teams have made changes at the midway point of extra time. As Christian Escribano has come out for FC Dallas. Get you word of who replaced him. Garcia wins the header. Sparks over for Knee. Nicholas Knee. Ooh. Play back in. Sparks for his hat trick. Flag stays down. And Waterman takes it off his feet. Oh, Nicholas Knee so close to scoring an absolute stunner. Ball over the top looking for Sparks. Instead, it will be a throw-in for the substitute who just came on, Jesus Veloz. Into the feet of Gomez. FC Dallas's U18-19s are already through to the semifinals. Their 16-17s trying to join them, but they trail by a goal and are down to 10 men in the second period of extra time. Shea steps inside of the challenge. And this is Rodriguez trying to work his magic at the top of the box. Over to the near side for Shea. And skying to head it away is Beering. Garcia pushes it back. Back over the top for Garcia. Stepping in is Carrera. And that's got to be a handball against Nico Nee. Inside for Gomez, who stepped into the midfield. Carrera leaves it off for Latayev. This is an FC Dallas side that is so resilient. They always believe they're in every single game, never give up. This game is going to come down to the very last minute. Solar looking their first win in 4 tries against FC Dallas this season. Helped on for Garcia. Jordan over the top. It's a free kick for FC Dallas. Estrada will get it back to Waterman, who's been on since the 30th minute when Seth Wilson was sent off. And Sosa's brought down from the challenge of Garcia. Reminder that coming up after this one, we'll have one more U16-17 quarterfinal for you, as it'll be the undefeated Dianza Force taking on Real Colorado, the 3rd place team in this stacked Frontier division. Nee rolls it into the path of Sparks, who's on a hat trick. As things stand, he has the game-winning goal. And he's going to take this one into the corner. There's still over 10 minutes left. Long ball from Shea, looking over the top. And out to the extreme of his penalty area to take is Chris Edwards. We'll throw it out to the far side. The sub who came on at the second extra time period kickoff is Lisenby, and he's under the ball right now. Which way is this free kick gonna go? It'll go for FC Dallas, much to the chagrin of the Solar side. There's a player down for Solar. Now the referee sees it, so he will hold up this free kick. As there was that foul, Shea went down. I was saying he doesn't need any treatment. He's a tough customer, Hayden Beering. And he will continue, as it was a very heavy challenge that he went into with Shea. Really wasn't sure who was going to get the foul on that occasion, but it's FC Dallas, and a chance to swing it in. Rodriguez's ball a bit too deep. And a loud cheer coming from Solar's girls players. Clearance blocked by Rodriguez. Shea lifts it over, looking for a cam. Seizing the loose balls, Gomez. Rodriguez at the top of the box. Sosa. Rodriguez. Still going Rodriguez. Bumped off the ball by Lesenbi. Referee says play on. And Rodriguez stays down. Sparks. Well, Sparks turned and had a chance to send Nico Nee off on a breakaway. And the referee pulls it the other way for a foul. So another free kick in a dangerous position for FC Dallas. Need to get the service right. Can they come back for the third time today? And this one over the head of Carrera. And the offside flag is up. Final 7.5 minutes. Edwards calling for calm. What a day it has been here at the stadium field at the SoCal Sports Complex. In the first ever boys U15 championship, Toronto FC came from 2-0 down to win 3-2 with a goal in the final 2 minutes. And now this game into extra time. In the U16-17 quarterfinals. As this will be a free kick for Solar and a yellow card for the substitute Veloz. And now McCarty is down, cramping behind the play. A lot of players stretching themselves out. Tompkins is doing the same. As it looks like Adrian Solka is getting set to bring on another substitute in Ray Serrano. Nico nips in. Nico Nee in a battle with Carrera. And Nicolas Carrera wins it. Sparks wants to get down the line again. Carrera steps in. Need forward by Menon. Helped on by Lesenbi. Popped over the top by Garcia. Lesenbi continued his run. It falls for Sparks. And he's dispossessed, still going for it, and the foul will go against Sparks. And now the substitution will be made. So it's McCarty who's going to make his way off. What a tremendous shift McCarty has put in today. High fives and hugs on the bench for McCarty as he is replaced by Ray Serrano. Serrano coming on for his third substitute appearance of these playoffs. A Dallas, Texas native, has also played one game up this season with the U18-19s. As Garcia hooks it forward. Latayev. Looped over the top. Carrera's up from his center back position. Still battling for the ball. And it'll be a free kick for Solar. Inside the final 4 minutes now. Played into the channel for Lesenbi, and he's going to shield it around the corner. And that'll be a corner kick, or excuse me, a throw-in. The ball's nowhere near the corner, is it? It'll be a throw-in for Solar. Bailey Sparks, 2-goal hero for Solar. Adrian Solka is in his 15th year as the technical director for Solar. Looks on, his side on the verge of making their way into the semifinals. And this will roll out for a goal kick. 3 more minutes of defending for Solar to do. 3 more minutes for FC Dallas to see if they can pinch an equalizer. Lesenbi skips by one, gets by another. Waterman comes out. It's an empty net, and it's saved on the line. Sparks can't complete his hat trick. What an important save that could turn out to be. Otherwise, Solar would have been home and dry. A great job by Lesenbi. And then Serrano, the sub, just unable to force it home. Nico Nee into the box. His shot blocked by Gomez. Nee scoops it right to Waterman. Quickly thrown out for Nicolas Carrera. Garcia confronts him, and Garcia will be whistled for the foul. Final minute, 40 seconds now. Play back for Rodriguez, surging forward, continues his run. Rodriguez has 3 to pick out in the box, puts it back for Sosa! And the foul will be called against the cam off the ball. Heading into the final minute. As you take a look at a cam bringing down Ramsey. Nee being instructed by the bench just to keep it. Carrera wins it, and Nee brings him down. They have to get the ball forward. There's just 30 seconds left for FC Dallas to see if they can steal an equalizer and send this to a shootout. Estrada has got to get the technique right. It's very crowded at the top of the box. Estrada flights it in. That's a very good entry ball from Estrada. Skips all the way through. We've hit the 120-minute mark. Everybody is up on both benches. We are into added time of extra time. Gomez being told he has to go 5 yards back with the ball. Played in. Oh, they've defended like lions today, Solar. Is there one more opportunity for FC Dallas? And now it's 2-on-1, going the other way. In for Sparks. Sparks sends it across for Serrano. He's all alone. This is Ray Serrano, and that is Nico Carrera with an exceptional tackle. Garcia now to take it into the corner. Sosa able to wrestle the ball away from him. And the foul will be called against Solar. And now they're being told to take it back. The Solar bench pleading for the referee to blow his whistle. Does FC Dallas have enough time for one more foray forward? Rodriguez at full tilt. Gets it out wide. This is PJ Akam working his way to the end line. Overruns it. And away comes Solar. Forward for Serrano. And it'll be a free kick for Solar, and that surely has to be it. Referee checks his watch. Solar through to the semifinals of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy U16-17 Championship as they beat rivals FC Dallas 3-2 in extra time. Bailey Sparks, the hero, with 2 goals. And it is Solar who are heading up the 405 to Irvine for the semifinals next month. What a game this has been. And it is time for the entire academy to celebrate. We'll let you enjoy these celebrations, but stay with us here in U.S. Soccer as we will go down to the field and interview the Solar players. But from up in the booth for now, I'm Mark Serber saying catch your breath as it finishes in extra time. FC Dallas 2, Solar 3. Here with 2-goal hero Bailey Sparks. First of all, congratulations. What does it mean to you not only to make it through to the last 4, but to do it against your most fierce rival?
Well, of course it feels amazing. I mean, since U13, we haven't been able to beat this team. And so it's always a personal thing against this team. And, of course, against FC Dallas, one of the best teams in the nation. But we played a great game, and it just means a lot for that win.
And you scored a gorgeous free kick to open the scoring. What did you see as you stepped up to take it?
Well, I was just going to bang it in. I mean, not much to it. I mean, just you watch where the goalkeeper is, and then once you read him, goal. It's in God's hands at that point.
And then your second goal, walk us through that. How did you see that play evolve?
Well, I think it started on the throw-in. And then I just was watching the deflections of the ball. I was pretty much in the right place at the right time. The ball deflected to me, just sent it in. It was amazing.
Oh, Bailey Sparks, congratulations. You're through to the semifinals. Go celebrate.
Thank you.